Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and there are so many important things to talk about in the upcoming trading week. Why? Because it's earnings season. That's right. We saw last Friday, JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, all report earnings, and all of them beat. JP Morgan with a huge blowout of earnings, and that really set the tone for this earnings season. So let's start our Monday Morning Must Knows there with the earnings calendar, because there's a lot to talk about this week. Now, you look at the chart here and you're going, well, there's only 260 companies reporting, Merlin. How important could it be? Well, watch all the companies in red. These are financial firms. We start things off on Monday with Charles Schwab, State Street, M&T Bank, and J.B. Hunt Transportation. Tuesday, even more banks and some very big names here. Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Bank of New York Mellon, Netflix, Johnson & Johnson, Lockheed Martin, and Intuitive Surgical, the AI darling stock that so many people are talking about. On Wednesday, even more banks. Morgan Stanley, U.S. Bancorp, Citizens Financial Group, Tesla, IBM, Lam Research, and Alcoa, which used to be the kickoff to earnings season, but now it's on the Friday the week before. Moving on to Thursday, we have even more banks. You have American Express, you have Blackstone Group, you've got AT&T, CSX, Philip Morris, Union Pacific, and Nucor. And on Friday, we continue on with some big names like Procter & Gamble, Schlumberger, HCA Healthcare, and Freeport-McMoRan. So a very busy week with regards to earnings, a lot of financial, those companies in red there. So keep your eye on those. If you have any of those companies in your portfolio, be careful. What we saw last week, especially with JP Morgan on Friday, was a lot of volatility. Of course, that big pop on the open for JP Morgan. Now, let's talk about something we haven't talked about in quite a while. We usually talk about inflation, we usually talk about GDP, we usually talk about retail sales, interest rates. I know, but all of that is going to impact one market in particular, and that is the housing sector. So we've got a few pieces of housing data to talk about this week. Let's dive right in. Now, two of these happen on the same day. First one's going to be building permits. That's Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And at the very same time, we also have housing starts. So those are kind of a twofer that you're going to get there on Tuesday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 hour before the markets open. But the big daddy comes a little bit later on in the week. That's going to be Thursday. Now, there's a lot of speculation about how the current decline in that 10-year bond is going to impact mortgage prices. We've seen them drop from over 7% to now in the low 6s. And that may make housing more affordable for some people, meaning existing home sales may be a surprise here. And of course, as there's more demand for homes, that is good for the economy to see that kind of demand. So keep your eye out. Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time should be a pretty important one. Okay, now there's another piece coming out on Friday, and it's pieces, if you will. It's kind of this fragment from the whole world. We get a great representation of services and manufacturing numbers coming out for Europe, for the UK, and for the United States. So we'll start things off here with our kind of service and manufacturing data. That's all going to be on Friday, and there's some big numbers here. At 3:15 a.m. Eastern Time, you get France's services and manufacturing numbers. 15 minutes after that, you've got Germany with theirs. 30 minutes after that, you have the whole EU. Then 30 minutes later, you get England with their services and manufacturing numbers. And then, of course, rounding it all up, the caboose of the service and manufacturing numbers for the world, the United States. 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time is when we will be reporting our services manufacturing numbers. And of course, as we hear so many people pontificate about what's going to be happening with the U.S. markets, this will give us a clearer picture as to what's going on with specific market sectors. And the good news is, within those reports, it does profile which types of businesses might be doing better, which ones might be doing worse, etc. So a great report for you to keep your eye on if you are trading in any U.S. equity stocks, and that may be a nice market mover for your Friday session coming up this week. That, my friends, is your Monday Morning Must Knows. We'll see you next week.